5-game winning streak, but they're still a 3-point underdog on the road against the Colts Sunday on Fox. Skip's guy, Dak Prescott, is leading the NFC in passing yards over the last 5 games. The Colts are also hot, winning 6 out of their last 7. Shannon.
Yeah.
Simple. Who wins Sunday?
Indy's a great town. I like Indy.
Have some guts.
I always wanted to go to the Indy 500.
Yeah.
One of my favorites.
I've been to it many times. Go ahead.
One of my favorite restaurants is in Indy. Country
I know
Kitchen.
Oh, not that one.
No, I don't. Yeah, just see now y'all bougie. I'll go there get me some good old oxtail.
Bougie. St. Elmo's is like as old school as you can get.
They're bougie. Now I can't eat that. Are you going to get that shrimp cocktail?
I'm sorry, but this is bougie.
No.
So I don't think you can
But that's
really
my favorite
say that.
restaurant, Country Kitchen. Now send me some of that lemonade. Skip, the Colts are going to win because Andrew Luck, if Drew Brees was not playing out of his mind, if Patrick Mahomes was not playing out of his mind, Andrew Luck would be getting real MVP consideration.
He's the runaway comeback player. Yep.
He has 8 games in which he's thrown at least 3 touchdowns or more. 8 of those games.
Yep.
And considering where they started and considering to where they are now, it's all because of him. Now, they do a great job of protecting Andrew Luck, and I think that's one of the things that led to some of those injuries, Skip, is that he got beat up early in his first 3 or 4 years.
Okay.
So now they do a great job of protecting him. In 13 games, he's only been sacked 6 times. Ebron has found life. Now you're starting to see why. Okay, now I see why the Lions took him with the 10th overall pick in the draft. They never got the kind of production from him that he's delivering in Indy. T.Y. Hilton is having another Pro Bowl year. Mac runs the football well. But you know, Skip, since week 7, the #1 scoring defense in all of football resides up in Indy.
I know that.
Yeah. But
you like that?
I like that. I like it. But here's the thing, Indy. You're going to have to get off to a flying start. This is what I didn't know. The Cowboys have only given up 14 fourth-quarter points. In the last 6 games, they've given up none. The next closest to first-quarter points is 38. So, in other words, the Cowboys, what they do is they stifle you, and then they get to play on their terms. We run it when we want to, as much as we want to. We throw it when we want to. We don't let you dictate anything.
So it sounds like you were about to pick Indy, and then you just talked yourself right out of it.
I wish I might. Not when I got old Andrew Luck, who should be comeback player of the year. He will be. And he's going to probably finish 3rd in the MVP voting, which he should. So with that being said, I got the Colts.
You got the Colts?
27-24.
Really?
Yeah.
You're giving my team 24 with that quarterback who can't throw a lick?
You know what, Skip, man? See, you always doing that. Why you just can't let me
You told me he can't throw a lick.
Skip, the man had
455 yards passing, but he cannot throw. Inaccurate, holds the ball. Go ahead.
There's some concern. Zeke, last 4 games, 32 touches. Now.
Didn't practice the other day.
I mean, well, it's good. You know what, Skip? It's different now. And sometimes we have to evaluate the touches because what used to happen, guys used to play in the preseason. These guys today, they don't play at all in the preseason, so they do save their body. But, I mean, Zeke went from 22 touches a game to 32 touches a game. There's no coincidence. They also started to pick up, and it was also the addition of Amari Cooper. So those are some things that deserve monitoring. But given what I've seen from the Colts, they just went and beat the hottest team in football on the road in their building, the Houston Texans. And so Andrew Luck is playing phenomenal. 27-24, I feel good about my pick.
Do you?
Feel real good.
I'm happy for your pick because you're mostly wrong about my Cowboys, so I feel real good about what I'm about to say. But before I say it, allow me to say this. This is the weirdest Cowboy mid-December sort of matchup of magnitude I can ever remember because it's just too weird against the Indianapolis Colts. When the Cowboys have a game of this magnitude in mid-December, it needs to be against the Washington Redskins, the New York Football Giants.
These teams never play.
Or the 49ers, or the Packers, or maybe the old AFC rivals, the Steelers, or the Raiders of old. The Raiders, not these Raiders. That's magnitude. That's where, you know, because I don't feel a lot of buzz about this game because it's the Cowboys versus
Andy.
The Colts? Where did that come from, right?
They never play each other.
They haven't much, and there's no bad blood because there's just no blood at all, right?
Right.
So I will remind everybody, they did play in mid-December, it's actually December 21st, back in 2014, but nobody really remembers because the Colts didn't really need the game. They were heading toward the Deflategate AFC Championship game at Foxborough, and my Cowboys, featuring Tony Romo and DeMarco Murray, were heading toward winning the division. But Dallas needed the game. This one was at Dallas, and it was 42-7 Cowboys. And Andrew, as I used to call him, Andrew Locke, as in Locke, first ballot Hall of Famer.
He's back on that. He's back on that.
Is he? I don't think he is. But that day, he threw 2 interceptions and threw for a grand total of 109 yards and had a QBR of 8 on a scale of 0 to 100. One of his most pathetic games of his career. Dallas rolled, but again, on need of the game, on the stakes of the game, there weren't really any stakes for Indianapolis. So I'm going to give you that one, but that's the last time that they played that had any magnitude to it at all, which brings us to December 16th, this Sunday, in the early game at Indy, in the house that Peyton built, Lucas Oil Stadium.
Right.
Okay. And again, Andrew Locke, you say he's back to being Locke, first ballot Hall of Famer.
I say he's on that trajectory.
And he's obviously a Locke comeback player of the year. And you talked about how good the Colts defense has been over the last 7 games. But I'm, in all objectivity, still shocked that this has remained Indy by 3. They are a 3-point favorite here because, you know why? My Cowboys are a little better on both sides of the ball than the Indianapolis Colts. And I give you all that, and Luck's been
But
hot.
your quarterback's not.
Yeah. Yes, he is.
No, he's not.
Oh, come
That's
on.
what the Vegas see. Vegas is not about being fandom because they can't afford to put their money on the line because, I like the Cowboys.
So let's think about this. The Dallas Cowboys have the NFL's leading rusher, and they have the NFL's hottest receiver and leading receiver over the 6 games Amari Cooper has played with the Dallas Cowboys.
What about your quarterback?
642
What about your quarterback?
I'm still going. It's my turn. Cowboys have the number 2 scoring defense in all football, and it's just barely. The Ravens are still clinging to the lead. They've given up 18.9 points a game. Dallas has to 18.5 for the Ravens.
Well, you'll be solidly in second place after this game.
I really don't think that's
Andrew Luck
true.
get through
I
with
do
you.
not think that is true. And guess what? The Dak attack leads the NFL in time of possession, that key stat, because my quarterback can just flat out drive the football. You want 16 plays, 85 yards? I got it for you. I'll have 2 or 3 of those a game to just salt away time of possession and keep Andrew Luck on the sideline.
Why you want to keep him on the sideline if he ain't any good?
He's unstoppable.
No, he's not any good. You got the best defense. You keep over there bumping your gum about how good your D is.
By the way, my quarterback just makes plays because despite his mistakes last week against the Philadelphia Eagles in the 4th quarter and overtime, he went 17 of 20 for 243 and 3 touchdowns and no interceptions.
You just went Phillip Rivers for that horrible play he did in the first half.
Well, Phillip didn't put up those numbers late.
He just beat the number 1 team on the road after being down by 14.
So help me out. What did my defense do to Drew Brees when he was riding the highest any quarterback has ever ridden statistically when he came to Jerry World that night?
You guys won, Skip.
Yeah. What was the score?
13
to 10. 13 to 10. Drew Brees?
Think about this.
He
Skip.
went 3 of
Skip,
12 on 3rd down?
Think about
really?
this. As great as your team is playing, let this sink in for just a second.
Wow.
Dak Prescott threw for 455 yards. Zeke Elliott ran for 128 yards. Amari Cooper caught for 217 and 3 touchdowns. And you needed overtime to win the game. Let that sink in. As great as you played, you had almost 600 yards, and you needed overtime. Andrew Luck go put you over his knee and bust you.
Who got to eat at your restaurant that night?
I closed my restaurant.
You closed it because you do not serve Dallas Cowboys.
I do not.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah.
So if you come in there with a cowboy hat or Make America Great hat, you get no service.
Yeah, I got you. I don't blame you for that one.
But I'm definitely not Cowboys.
So help me out. What happened to Andrew Locke, as in Locke?
Skip, stop it.
Wait. What happened to him just 2 weeks ago when he went to Jacksonville? Help me out. What happened?
He lost.
What was the score of that game?
The score was 6-0.
6-0. Wait, Andrew Luck scored no points at Jacksonville? And Jacksonville's been hit and miss all year on defense, right?
Yeah.
I mean, do you know what? Wait. Do you remember what Dallas did to the Jacksonville defense? They scored 24 in the first half on their way to 40. And Andrew Luck scored none. He scored none.
Skip, why you do that?
Wait, what did I do? I think I just closed the case. Do you want to switch?
No. What you do is that you see what that team did to this team. So if that team did that to that team, and we beat that team, so therefore, I guess you guys are going to beat Andrew Luck 64-0.
I don't know if it'll be that bad, but it'll be. I feel really good about Dallas winning this game.
I'm tired of you. Know what? I'm tired of you.
Yeah.
Put a do on it.
Just one case? I told you.
Put 2 cases.
Okay, I told you. You give me 3 points.
No. Hold on.
What does Vegas say? You said Vegas is right because they know I don't have a quarterback.
Hold on,
so I'll take the 3.
No, Skip.
I will take the 3 right now for 2 cases.
Hold on. Time out. You just talked about, my quarterback. We lead the NFL in time of possession, and my quarterback, he get 2 of those drives of 80-10 plus.
I'm just overly